All right, guys, welcome on in. Well, super welcome on in to Pilates 9. So this is a fairly new Pilates sequence. So starting off is standing, and then we're going to come and add some plank phase work, some seated work into the side body. So lots of fun and games to be had. So that is Pilates 9. So we're going to be getting going in about 3 minutes and 20 seconds. So exciting things coming up. So it's Saturday tomorrow, woo! Which means that it's Dress Up Saturday. What will Chris and Jen be? Who knows? Always exciting. So that's 9:30 power and 10:30 flex tomorrow morning. If you're watching on Facebook or on Instagram, you can also jump over to our virtual studio on rise.co.uk/online, and then I can see you on Zoom. Right up there ahead of me. We've also got all our tunes available on Spotify, so if you fancy sticking on some tunes, head over to the website. We've got a link there to our Rise tunes on Spotify, or you can just search for them on the Rise on Spotify, so just search for Rise Flex 2 or whatever you fancy, and all of the tunes are there. The other thing is, if you also come over onto our website and you're a virtual member, you have access to a massive catalogue of all of our previous classes, so loads and loads of classes for you there to try. So if you can't make it to a class anytime, or just fancy something different, we've got pretty much everything there. So we've got me, we've got Ashton, we've got Jen teaching Flex, Chill, Pilates. We've got, all of them up now, I think. So loads and loads of fun and games there if you feel like doing some extra. So that is, there we go, we'll just letting people into the Zoom room. Awesome stuff. Cool. There we go, hey Mum, how are you? Head over to the website, what was I saying? And tunes, check us out. Of course, as ever, if you've got any questions or you don't quite get anything or any feedback or a photo of your dog, do get in touch on Facebook. You're always super welcome if you have any questions anytime. Other thing is, if you'd like to borrow a mat or borrow some weights for sculpt, do just drop us a message on Facebook, and we'll organise to come and drop them off for you. So I want you all to be able to just carry on having your awesome Rise yoga practice at home. So if there is any reason that you're not able to get a mat or you'd like to borrow some weights, do just drop us a message and we'll do our best to come around and lend you some. So that is our, what we're doing. Oh, just pause my screen. So public service announcements. No, that's not what I'm going to do. There we go. Got a very high-tech system up here in the studio now. There we go. I was just checking out. We have got 33 seconds to go. Great stuff, team. All right, so, I'm just letting in. Hey, we've got Emily, we've got Bridie. Hey, team, over there. Right, got 20 seconds to go, so let's start to come on and stand up. Boom. So we're going to start off in standing. So this is Pilates 9. So, as always, just take it at your own pace, adjust, modify, adapt as you need. Thanks for joining at home, guys. Lovely to see you all. All right, off we go. Pilates 9. So we're going to start off taking a nice standing position. Thinking about the feet facing forwards. Often we have a tendency to turn our feet out or in. Just take a nice comfortable hip distance apart. Thinking about spreading the toes out wide and thinking about starting to stack the spine out tall. So inhale, thinking about lifting up the chest, shoulders down back. Exhale. So thinking about slightly having a little play with where the weight stacks up in the feet. So whether it's forwards in the toes or back in the heels. Maybe thinking about firming up the quads, the glutes. Inhale, reaching up to. Exhale, shoulders relax. So just focusing on that length, maybe closing the eyes, taking a moment. Inhale. Exhale. Awesome stuff. From there, we're going to go straight into our practice. So palms face the thighs. Inhale, floating up high on the toes, thinking about that strong core, shoulders relaxed. Exhale, slowly floating down. So inhale, rippling up, squeezing the glutes, finding that height. Try not to lean backwards, slowly rolling down. So thinking about keeping the shoulders down as we lift, we're just starting to warm up, starting to work into the calves, starting to practice our balance. Great job working here for 3, inhale. Exhale, nice and easy warm-ups, 2. Nice job finding that lovely balance. Slowing it down, 1 more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down. Perfect. From there, we're going to take the arms out wide. We're going to inhale, float up behind the toes, and exhale, take a little twist. Inhaling back through center. Exhale, a little twist. So if you can, we're staying up high on the toes. If you prefer to drop the heels down, feel free. Just inhale and exhaling. So we're twisting out, starting to mobilize through the spine. Thinking about keeping the spine long, a little bit of a challenge for the balance as well. Taking 1 more each side, inhaling through center, exhale, just a little twist, warming up the body, coming through center, and take a little twist. Releasing the heels down, the hands down, and from there we're just going to take 1 more little stretch. We're going to take the hand down to the side, right hand down the side of the right leg. We're going to slowly just take a lateral bend, lifting the right ear and the right shoulder, just drop down, keep that left shoulder in its natural position so you start to stretch through the left side of the body. Inhaling up through center, and exhale, lift, and just take that little lateral bend on the other side, stretching out through the side body, shoulders relaxed. Inhaling center. Exhale, take that little twist and stretch. Inhaling through center. And exhale, a little stretch. Perfect. Inhale through center. Give yourself a little shoulder roll. And when you're ready, let's get cracking. So we're going to move into our first little exercise. So we're going to take the feet slightly wider than we might normally for a squat. So slight external rotation through the shoulders. Taking the fingertips to the sky, elbows out wide, strong through the core. We're going to inhale. And exhale, send the hips down low, thinking about squeezing in the core, sending the hips down, making sure the knees are in line with ankles, the hips are right behind us, chest is lifted. And then we're going to power on up. So slow, controlled flow, shoulders relaxed, and then squeezing, lifting on up. So moving down with control, squeezing to lift with control. Shoulders relaxing, chest open, so slow, low. Squeeze, lift. Awesome stuff. So welcome to stay there. If you'd like to take it further, we're going to lift and we're going to exhale, twist opposite elbow to knee, squeeze, slowly reset that foot, send the hips down low, squeeze the core, lift and rotate, opposite elbow to knee. So we're moving slowly with control, sending hips down, really squeeze the core, lift and twist, opposite elbow to knee. Resetting. So finding control. Here remember we're focusing on muscular engagement. Pilates is effective because we focus on slow controlled movements and we're focusing on engaging the muscles. So thinking to work into the glutes and the quads as we come into the standing position. We use the muscles of the legs to stabilize, the muscles of the core, resetting with control. Taking it further, we're going to lift knee to elbow, we'll try not to fall over, and then from there we can extend the arms and the legs, challenging our balance, resetting, coming back down. So sending the hips down low, squeezing the core, taking a twist, and then we're extending arms and legs, returning back again. So we're thinking about moving with control. We're thinking about finding that muscular engagement, working through the abdominals, maybe challenging that twist. So when we're taking this little extension on this exercise, we're spending just that little bit longer in that point of balance, a little bit harder. Remember to breathe. So notice if you start to hold your breath, focus on that lovely steady breath. So we're thinking about strengthening the core, the legs, mobilizing through the spine, opening through the chest. Great job working here for 5. So moving with control, squeezing to lift and twist. 4. Nice job. 3. Almost there. 2. 1 more each side. And we're always looking to switch around between levels. And 1. Release. Give yourself a little shoulder roll, a little shimmy out. Nice job. All right, we're going to go into our lateral lunge. So starting off in the centre of your mat, we're going to take 1 foot in the centre of that, we're going to step out wide into a lateral lunge. Remember, the hips are coming out behind us, the knee is over ankle, the core is engaged. And then we're going to squeeze the core, power into the standing leg, lift back through centre, reset, and take it out the other way. So we're going to send the hips out behind us, squeeze, and then we're going to find that power through the core, lifting up through that standing leg, reset. So taking it wide, sinking down, squeezy, squeezy, squeezy movements, lift up through centre, resetting that foot, shoulders stay relaxed. Nice job. So working here, moving with power, with control, stepping out wide, sinking low, and then squeezing, maybe driving knee to chest if you want to extend. So taking that knee out wide, squeeze, driving knee to chest, really challenging the balance there, and release the plant. So try and make the feet as silent as possible here, and try to focus on control. So really slow, lower down, and reset. If you want to make it harder again, you can turn this into a little double movement. So we're going to step out to the lateral lunge, take a knee drive, and then we slowly step back into a lateral lunge, back into a knee drive, and reset. So we're just challenging ourselves by moving from lateral lunge into knee drive, and back into a lateral lunge again. So we're really working hard on our balance, moving balance. We're practicing stability, coordination. So think about those muscles engaging. We're holding a little longer. So really nice little exercise. As always, remember, if you get tired, if it gets too much, think about slowing it down. Think about resetting, taking a rest. Looking really good at home, well done. Nice job. So, nice way to not only build strength, getting a bit of flexibility work as well here. Starting to get a little bit warmer, hopefully, as we build and work in some of these really big lower body muscles. Almost there. Just making sure you're even on both sides. And then we'll finish off. So final side. Thinking about finding that squeeze. Perfect. Looking good. 2. And 1. Give yourself a little shakeroo, a little reset. Nice job. Alright, from there we're going to roll all the way down. We're going to plant the hands and walk the hands and feet away from each other. So we're finding our way into a plank pose, hands underneath the shoulders, squeezing in the core, pressing really hard with the hands into the mat. Make sure the crown of the head is reaching forwards. You're finding that lovely long flat back body. From there we're going to take it into walkout. So we're going to walk the hands back towards the feet. Find your way into a floppy forward fold. You can of course bend the knees if you need to at this point. And then we're going to walk back forwards again. So thinking about control, thinking about moving from plank, all the way back again. Slow, squeezy movements. Nice job. So try not to wiggle the hips from side to side. Try to find that lovely long spine, that stability there. Really good. So we're finding a lovely stretch through the backs of the legs. We're using the muscles of the core, the back body of the arms. Great job. So if you want to make this harder, you could throw in a little press up at the bottom, coming into a plank, using the toes, moving the body weight forwards, bending through the elbows, pressing back up, and returning back again. So that's a nice little option if you want to make it harder. If you want to make it easier, maybe you can just walk the hands a little way forwards and a little way back. That's absolutely fine as well. So we're just going to walk it out. Maybe take a little bend with the elbows, coming back up. So working here, full body work. Think about particularly getting into the upper abs, into the arms. Make sure the shoulder blades don't start to droop. Taking one more walk back and forwards, and we'll meet there in a plank. Hands underneath the shoulders, take a little bend with the elbows, find your way to plank, and then find your way to table pose. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Alright, great job. From there, we're just going to take our little hip thrust, chest opening mobility exercise. We're going to take the hips down towards the heels. The knees are out in front of you, shoulders are relaxed. When you're ready, we're going to inhale. And exhale, press the hips forward, opening through the chest, squeeze the glutes, and then slowly, slowly, slowly return through the center. So we're going to inhale, press up, lift up, squeeze, opening through the heart, stretching through the chest. And really, really, really slow, controlled movement back down. Nice work. So rolling up, squeezing up, opening through the heart space, stretching through the chest. Really slow, 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 controlled movement back down. Nice stuff. So we're thinking about finding power through the back body here. Really nice, quite simple but effective exercise for opening up through the front side of the body and strengthening the glutes. Nice way to practice opening through the chest as well, stretching out through the front of the chest. Try and slowly release the hips back down and lift with power. Perfect. Working here for 5, moving with control, lift and squeeze. 4, really good stuff. 3, power up, lift up, open up. 2, and 1, release. From there, we're going to walk the hands forwards and find our way into a table pose. Spreading the fingers out wide, engaging the core, finding that long flat back. And when you're ready, we're going to extend the right hand and the left foot out, holding there in a Superman, or maybe if you're feeling going to drive, you need to just extend and reset. So try not to wiggle from side to side. If you want to just move hand up and down, so just take a Superman reach and reset, you're very welcome to. If you'd like to work into that knee drag, really squeezing in the core, arching the spine, we're using the glute to extend that leg and reset. If you'd like to take it further again, hands underneath the shoulders, and you can take this from plank, really challenging the balance, trying not to wiggle from side to side. Option to stay there, option to extend, knee drive, extend, reset. So thinking about moving with control, finding that squeeze, that extension, and resetting. Any variations are fine, just work at your level. So it's driving in, trying not to wiggle from side to side. So using the core, using the muscles of the arms. I'm going to come back to the table here. I'm having a very wobbly day. So thinking about extending and drive and squeeze. It is working at your level. Choosing whatever is working for you today. Remember, Pilates is all about focusing on those muscles, finding that lovely strong engagement. We're almost there. Working here for 3. Moving with control, squeeze and drive. 2. 1 more. And reset there. From there, we're going to drop the hips back to the heels, coming back into a kneeling position. We're just going to take a nice little mobility exercise again. Inhale, reaching tall. And exhale, take a twist. Left hand to right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, reaching up tall, stretching. And exhale, nice and easy twist. 2 more. Inhale, lift, extend. Exhale, twist. So keeping the shoulders down as you lift the arms. So inhale, letting the arms float up, the shoulders relax. Exhale, twist. Beautiful. From there, we are going to inhale, lift up, stretch. And exhale, plant our hands, find our way back into a hands underneath the shoulders, table pose. From there, we're going to tuck the toes, and we're going to find our way into panther. So the knees are going to hover an inch or so off the mat, pressing really hard with the hands into the mat. Knees are hovering. Here we are in panther. So we're going to hold this panther. So you're very welcome to hold your panther, or we're going to take it into a little panther crawl, moving forwards and backwards. So we'll be working on our bolt exercise, where we move from a little squat plank into a plank. Here we're working on just that squat side of it in our little panther. So knees hovering over the mat, or if you're feeling it, you're going to move opposite hand and foot at the same time, keeping the knees low, shuffling forwards. Imagine that you'd be able to balance something on your back, just moving forwards and backwards. You should feel really like the quads are starting to fire up, keeping the core engaged, moving with control. Nice job. Working here for 5, just moving forwards and backwards. 4. Really good stuff. 3, 2, and 1. Drop into the knees there. All right, so that's the little squat element of our bolt. We're now going to have a go moving into our bolt exercise. But today I'm going to take it from the forearms. So we're just going to stack it up slightly differently, practice how that feels. So coming down onto the forearms, hands can be interlocked or elbows underneath the shoulders. And then we're going to tuck the toes, press the hips high, and find our way to a forearm dog. From there we're going to bend the knees. So we're coming into a little crouch, and then we're going to roll forwards into a forearm plank. So we're going to bend the knees, take a little pulse there if you can, and then squeeze the core, roll forwards. So we're taking our bolt exercise from the forearms today, a little bit stronger for the shoulders. You're using the core to control that movement forwards and backwards. If you just want to hold a forearm plank, you're dropping the knees down. Make sure they're quite a long way from the elbows. The further they are from the elbows, the harder it's going to be for the abdominals. So you can hold a kneeling forearm plank. You can just, if you're feeling it, squeeze. You're going to move that little crouch, so bend the knees in a forearm dog, moving the body weight forward, squeezing the core to power back. So working into the back body, into the shoulders, using the core to control those movements. Little pulse maybe, getting into the quads again, so similar sensation to our panther. Working here for 5. Slow movements forwards and backwards, 4. Well done. 3. Really strong, really controlled, 2. And 1. Dropping the hips down there, taking the elbows underneath the shoulders, just finding a way into a little sphinx pose. So letting the chest lift, inhale, exhale. Hands up to the shoulders there. We're going to stretch all the way back to a child's pose. So we're just going to take the hips to the heels, give the hips a little shimmy out, a little shimmy. Inhale, exhale. Taking 1 more breath in. And from there we're walking the hands back up. I'm going to swing both legs out in front of us. So we're moving to a double leg forward fold. So soft bend through the knees. Finding the sit bones, inhale, reaching up, angling the body forwards, and starting to shimmy the hips out behind you. You're very welcome to use a strap if you like. Thinking about grounding down through the sit bones, inhale, moving the body weight long forwards, exhaling to relax, really softening through the shoulders, letting the spine extend, deep breaths in, and so lengthening through the lower back, through the hamstrings. Taking really deep, full breaths into the back body, into the spine. Shoulders softening. So we're aiming to open out the hammies and the lower back, super important for spinal health. It's also going to help us as we move into some more challenging seated poses. It's just going to be here another 3 breaths. So inhale, grounding the sit bones, feeling the spine extend long. Exhale to soften, 2. 1 more, a deep full breath in. And from there we're walking the hands up and we're going to find our way either into reverse table or reverse L-sit table. So reverse table, fingertips are facing forwards, the feet are facing forwards. We're going to squeeze the glutes, power up from the chest, reach through the arms, feel that lovely stretch of the front side of the chest, and then slowly release down. If you want to take it into the L-sit, you can see some of you are already doing it at home. We're just going to rock the hips back between the hands, and then we're going to power on up, squeeze. So really lovely, strong exercise. We're using the power of the arms, using the core to lift the hips off the mat, and then we're going to power up, squeeze and up at the top. Well done. So slow ripple back. Powerful, squeezy lift at the top. Really find that power in the back body, that stretch of the chest. Perfect stuff. Nice job. Working here for 5. Really strong, powerful lift up. Really slow movement back. It's going to be quite a slow count to 5. Side straight away. 4. Well done. So we're thinking about using all the muscles of the body here. Really slow it down if you can. Power up. Working to the back body on the way up. The front side of the body on the way down. A lovely full body exercise. One of my favourites. 3. We're almost there. Hang on in there. 2. Got another little stretching mobility exercise coming up next. Hang on in. 1 more. Little rock backwards. And up. Great job from there. Dropping the hips down. Releasing. Well done. Alright, we're going to take our saw exercise next. We're going to just take the legs out wide on the mat. So if you're feeling a bit tighter today, you might have the hands, you might just need to actively sit up on the sit bones. I quite like to actively move the butt cheeks out of the way. You're very welcome to sit up on a brick, feet are flexed. Want to think about engaging the core here, lengthening the spine. So finding that nice starting position. If you need to sit up on anything or adjust, feel free. From there, we're going to inhale, take the arms out wide, and exhale, twist. So we're thinking about lifting up, squeeze the core, and twist, taking opposite hand to foot. Really lift, 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 and twist, squeezing in the core. Inhaling up through center, shoulders relaxed. Exhale to twist. In, exhaling, squeeze, rotate, working here. Lift, lift, lift through center, stretching out. Maybe keeping the quads engaged here, almost like you're lifting the kneecaps to make sure the hamstrings are getting involved. You keep the feet flexed, that's going to help find firmness through the legs. So the aim here is going to inhale through center. That's when we're practicing that lovely spinal position. It is often quite a lot of work for the abs here to stay upright as well, if you're a bit tight in the hammies, and then we're going to twist. So we're mobilizing through the spine, we're finding space in the hamstrings. Use the breath here, so you can inhale, exhale to twist. Inhale through center, exhale, twisting. So we're mobilizing through the whole of the spinal column, finding space in the legs. This is what we call dynamic stretching, so it's a really nice way to prepare the body for deeper stretches where we inhale, exhale. So we're not holding too long, we're just moving in and out. Perfect. Really nice way to warm up before exercise. So when we just about to do exercise, if you're about to go on a run or anything like that, taking dynamic stretches like this, super effective way to warm up the body without fatiguing the muscles. So we're inhaling up through center, exhaling to twist. Working here for 5, really lift, and twist, squeeze, 4, power, power, power up, 3. Nice job, 2. Making sure you're even on both sides. And release, great job. Spinning your way back through center. Nice work. All right, we're going to go straight into the lower abs from here, little sit-up sequence. Feet are grounded, strong through the core, chest is lifted. We're going to inhale and exhale, take chin to chest, roll back, and then squeeze the core, power on up, shoulders back. So we're taking the top half of sit-up, really lovely little exercise. We are making sure the feet stay grounded. You're just lowering down as far as you can, chin to chest, protecting the lower back, and then you're squeezing the core to lift. So I always like to imagine almost like the tummy button is being pulled towards the front of the room on that lift up. That movement comes from the base of the spine, you're powering it up. If you'd like to take it further, the arms are coming out, and we're going to roll on back, squeeze the core, and lift up, stretch up. So lovely strong movements, slow, 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 lower, and powerful squeeze, you lift at the top. Nice job. So moving up and down here, just as far as you can. So you should feel really strong, really powerful in the abs. The shoulders are staying relaxed. Nice work, working here for 5. So really strong. Enjoying that lovely flow through the spine. So what we're also practicing here is all of that control you have over the spinal position. So you've got loads of power here. You're moving up and down, feeling how powerful the core is on lowering and on lifting. 3. Great job. 2. And 1. Release. From there, we're going to lower all the way down to the line on your back. And then hug the knees in, little squeezing, little wiggling. Awesome stuff. From there, we're going to plant the hands down on the mat, engage the core, and we're going to work into our pelvic roll. So we're squeezing the elbows to lift the pelvis off the mat, slowly turning back down again. So this is all about a nice controlled squeezy movement. We're thinking about engaging the abdominals, power up, squeeze up, tailbone lifts off the mat, slowly rolling back down again. So it's that contraction of the abdominals that's doing the lifting, and then we're slowly lowering back with control. Shoulders are staying relaxed. Core is engaged. Perfect. So what we're aiming to do here is not swing the legs up, but it's that contraction of the lower abdominals that's doing the lifting and the lowering. We're asking them to lift the whole weight of the lower body. So quite a lot of weight there. So really effective way to strengthen. This is essentially a lower half of a sit-up. It's a very similar type of movement, a curl. So this is a great exercise if you find that normal sit-ups aren't for you. This is a lovely way, an alternative, you're always welcome to take it. If you'd like to make it harder, you're thinking about squeezing in the core to lift the legs off the mat, the hips off the mat. From there you can extend the legs and then lower back down with the legs extended. Heels return to the bum, squeeze to lift, extend the legs and then lower. Or if you want to make it harder again, we've got heels into bum, we're squeezing to lift, extending the legs, lowering all the way down, double leg lower, and then coming back in. So heels in towards the bum, squeeze, extend the legs, slow double leg lower. So we're moving with control, really focusing on power, squeezy movements. Nice job. So we're going to work here for 5, so really moving with control, slow down, powerful up 4. So find that contraction, find that lift. Very slow, return back down through center, 3. Nice job. Squeeze, extend, and lower. Making sure that lower back staying on the floor. If you are taking a double leg lower, 2. Almost there. And 1. Give yourself a little hug and a little squeeze in. When you're ready, we're going to plant the feet down on the floor, take the arms out wide. I'm just going to give the legs a little windscreen wipe from side to side, just a little neutralizer for the lower back, for the hips, shoulders are staying relaxed. Working here for 3, moving with control, 2, and 1. Alright, off we go. Right, we're going to take a sit-up here. What we're going to do today is a twisted sit-up. Nice little variation, gets a little more into the obliques. What we're going to do is start off with hands over the head, engage the core. We're going to take chin to chest, we're going to reach up to one side of the legs. Slow, controlled, lower back down, hands overhead, and then hands over, chin to chest, squeeze, reaching to the other side of the legs. So we're getting a bit of a sideways movement. So what we want to do here is make sure chin to chest first, so don't feel like you've got to rush it. Chin to chest, hands reach over, squeeze, and lift. If you want to make it harder, you can keep the hands out in front of you for the full duration of the movement. We're squeezing to lift, and lower to not letting any momentum from the hands help us out. If you'd like to make it harder again, you can take it into a full sit-up. So we're going to take chin to chest, squeeze, reaching all the way up to one side. Slow, lower down. Back over the head, chin to chest, squeeze, lift. Taking that reach to one side. Slow, lower back down. Nice job. So remember that the lowers and the lifts are equally important. We want to focus on that contraction of the abdominals. So it doesn't matter how far you come. It doesn't matter which variation we're taking. We're focusing on that abdominal contraction. And that lower with control. Awesome stuff. Looking good. Fun little bit of lower abs. We'll move into the side body next. And we're down on the ropes to finish. Just 15 minutes to go. Doing a smashing job. Working here for 3. Slow lowers and lifts. 2. And 1. Nice job. Rolling all the way down there. I'm just going to shimmy over onto one side. So remember, if you know you like to stick a pillow underneath your hip, just make sure you feel comfortable. Make sure you're setting yourself up. Alright, off we go. Hip above hip. One hand on one head. When you can bend that bottom leg to start off with if you need some balance. And from there we are going to do, what we're going to do is we're going to take little circles with the legs today. So we're going to draw tiny little semicircles with that top foot. So thinking about pointing the toes, making sure you're really starting to engage all of the muscles of this leg. Little semicircles. Try and imagine drawing the same circle every time with that foot. Try not to wiggle from side to side with the hips. Awesome. Working here for 5. Moving with control. 4. Little lift. 3. 2. 1. Changing direction. So tiny little movements in the opposite direction. Really pointing those toes. Try not to rush it. Moving there for 5 with control. 4. Squeezing in the core. 3. 2. And 1. Alright, from there we're going to point both toes. And we're going to lift both legs at once. Lower both legs at once. So squeezing in the core. Finding that work down the side body. Lifting. And lowering with control. Squeezing. Shoulders are relaxed. Working there for 5. Nice job. So squeezing movements. 4. And Fantastic stuff. So lift and lower, 3. So powering up, feeling that work on the side of the body, the legs, 2. And 1, nice job, little stretches. We're going to bend the top leg, take the hand around the ankle. We're just going to draw that knee back, maybe flexing the foot. So we're just aiming to stretch out through the quad. Nice little easy stretch for the quad there. Just for 3, inhale. Exhale, 2. And 1, release that foot. Roll over onto your back. Take that foot that you were just stretching, take the ankle onto the opposite knee, and take a quick little pigeon stretch, supine pigeon. Taking the hands around the back of the knee, finding a little stretch, inhale. Exhale. So deep stretch into the back of that leg, shoulders are relaxing, spine is relaxing. Steady flow with the breath in. And lovely deep breaths in and out. Stretching that breath through. In. Exhale, 2. 1 more breath in. And releasing that. Nice job. Alright, let's spin around and take that on the other side. So just setting yourself up on the other side, and underneath the head, maybe flexing that bottom foot, whatever feels nice. And from there we are going to point the top toes, and we're just going to start off with those little semicircles, really slow. So we're thinking about getting into the inner and outer thigh here. We're engaging the muscles of the legs, try to draw the same circle every time, trying to make that circle a circle, not a square. It's going to find really difficult. So we're just walking little circles around. Try imagining you're drawing the same circle every time. So we're aiming for an accurate, precise movement. That's really going to help us power up the muscles of the legs. Deep breaths in and out. Working here for fun, moving with control. 4. So really powerful, really strong. 3, 2, 1. Changing direction, tiny little circles. Really feeling that power in the outside of the leg. Really, mini circles. Great job. Working here for fun. So with control, really slow down. 4. Squeezing the glutes. 3, 2. And 1. Releasing both toes. Engaging. When you're ready, squeeze, lift. And slow, low. Keeping the core engaged. Feeling that power through the side body. So we're powering it up, squeezing it up, and slowly lowering down. So feeling that burn in the side body. Slow lowers, powerful lifts, finding that control, finding that squeeze, that fire for 5, lifting up and down. 4, really strong through the core, stepping the shoulders. 3, 2, 1 more. So squeeze, firing at the side body, and release. Awesome stuff. So looking heel into the hand, and we're going to just take a little stretch. And once again, might be flexing the toes, bring that knee back. We're just aiming to stretch out through the quads. We're working quite hard in that standing sequence at the beginning. Just a little stretch for 3. In. Exhale, 2. And 1. Rolling over onto your back. Taking opposite ankle onto the knee and taking that little stretch. So deep breaths in and out there, stretching into the back of that left leg, shoulders relaxing, spine is long. Inhale. Exhale. Really full, steady breaths in and breath through. Deep breaths in. And back of the neck long, just relaxing down 2. 1 more deep, full breath in. And awesome stuff, releasing there. Spin around, give yourself a little squeeze, a little stretch. And we'll take a quick little happy baby. So knees in towards the armpits, Lower back is pressing to the floor, soles of the feet to the sky. Just having a little rock and roll, pressing the whole of the lower back down towards the floor, stretching out through the hips. Anything feels good. If you want to kick out one foot with the other, have a little rock around, whatever feels nice. Just working here for 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. One more breath in. And from there, we're going to release. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the hands around the back of the thighs. And we're going to take little rocks and rolls here. So we're taking the hands just on the backs of the knees. Holding on the backs of the knees. We're going to squeeze, use the core to balance the top. Awesome. And lower back down again. So a little squeeze. And lower. Awesome stuff at home. Option to stay there. Option to release the hands. Option to extend the legs. Option to extend the arms over the head, coming into a full whole body rocker. So lots of variations. We can take from this little boat rock, we can take a release boat rock, we can take the hands over the head. The idea is we're using the core to stabilise, so we're finding momentum on the way down, and then we're squeezing up. So the core is helping us all the way up, on the way down. We're really practicing that fire through the abs. Awesome stuff. A little bit of fun as well. Find them in there, squeeze. Hold at the top, try and find that balance when you come back up. 4, balance and on the sit bones, awesome. 3, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 2, almost there. 1, and come all the way down. Nice job, give yourself a little squeeze, a little stretch. And from there we're going to extend the legs up into the sky, and the lower back is on the floor. So from here we're going to take the single leg stretch exercise. We're going to take chin to chest, we're going to reach up to the back of the left leg, draw the knee into the nose, letting the right toes move to the earth, squeezing in the core, holding there, and we're going to swap over. So we're just drawing knee into chest, squeezing. If we can, we've got the opposite foot off the mat, so we're using the abs to hold that movement, and then swapping over. So we're just going to swap from leg to leg. So we're working on flexibility, stretching down the back of the hamstrings, and we're working on the abdominals, drawing knee in, stretching and shoulders relaxed. So working in abdominal strength. So as we switch the legs, scissor the legs, we're using the abs to stabilise, getting a nice little hammy stretch as well. Working here for 5, so shoulders relaxed, stretching in. 4, nice job. Really powering on in there. 3, 2, almost there. 1, and release. Alright, from there, releasing the shoulders down, legs in the air. We're giving ourselves a little bit of space now, so we're going to take little crisscrosses in the air. So we're taking little crisscrosses up and down, and then we're going to take little flutters up and down, like we've gone swimming. So little flutter movement, little crisscross movement. So just working that little flow there, keeping the core engaged, the lower back on the floor, little flutters, up and down, little X's in the air, up and down. Really strong through the core. Finding that lovely contraction of the abs, up and down. So if you want to just take a normal single or double leg lower, you're very welcome to. Anything that feels good. Taking these little flutters laterally and up and down makes us work a little bit harder as we really slow down our leg lowers. A little bit of coordination as well. Just make sure the lower back stays on the floor. If you need to have a soft bend through the knees, do go ahead. Try not to wiggle from side to side. Well done. Working here for 5. Slow lowers and lifts. 4. Well done. Little exit in the air. 3, 2, and 1. Give yourself a squeeze. Little hug in, little stretch. Take a quick little spinal twist there. So hugging in with the left knee. Take the hands around the bottom of the right knee. Draw the right knee across the chest. And opening the right arm out. Making sure the hips are stamping. We're extending the right arm away from the midline of the body, stretching out, inhale. Exhale. So releasing down, stretching out, working there for 3. So releasing the shoulders, relaxing down, 2. 1 more breath in. And from there, we're coming back through centre. Right leg extends, hugging with the left knee. And we're taking a little twist, right hand to left knee. And the left knee across the body, opening out with the left arm in. And Excellent. So we're stretching out, relaxing that left shoulder down, drawing the left knee across the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Well, a really full breath in now. Relaxing down for 3. Inhale. Exhale. 2. One more breath in. And from there, coming back through centre, giving yourself a little squeeze, a little stretch, and then our final little exercise is just going to take a lovely dynamic twist. So taking the palms up wide, knees over hips, lower back on the floor, lowering the legs to one side, squeezing the core, coming back through centre, lowering the legs to the other side. So keeping both shoulders down on the mat, we're really finding that power, that strength through the abs. Slow, 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 lower to one side, and then strong through the core. Power and up, the lower back comes to the floor. So we're moving with control, really firing up the core, trying to keep the shoulders relaxed down, very slowly, lowering from one side, squeezing the abs, lift back up through centre, lowering to the other side. Nice job. So working here for 5, you're lifting up and over, squeezing in the core, 4, really focus on power on the lift, 3. So working to the lower abs, into the obliques, remember you can make it harder by slowing it down, by increasing the range of motion, by making the legs straighter, and so likewise you can make it easier by taking heels into bum, making it a smaller range of motion. 4, keeping both shoulders down, getting a lovely stretch to the chest as well, really strong. Lovely way to mobilise as well as strengthen. 3, keeping that through quite well now, lifting up and over. 2, almost there. We power up, reach up, 1 more. And come back through centre. When you're ready, take the hands to the knees, drawing some circles with the knees away from each other and towards each other. And when you're ready, I'm just going to take the soles of the feet together, let the knees fall out wide, the shoulders relax, and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, letting the hips fall open, just taking a moment to reset. Close the eyes, letting the eyes and the face and the jaw soften, the shoulders relax down. Really deep, full breaths in. And for just another 3, in. Exhale, 2. 1 more breath. And from there, we're just going to draw the knees in together. Besides, so find a little squeeze and wiggle. Maybe just drawing some circles with the lower back by drawing the knees together one way and the other way. And when you're ready, we're going to rock up to seated. Nice work. So finding the sit bones, thinking about finding length in the spine, shoulders relaxed. Great job. When you're ready, inhale, reaching up. Interlock the hands, turn the palm up to sky. Take a lovely big stretch up, reach up, inhale. And exhale, take chin to chest, press the backs of the hands towards the front of the room, draw the shoulders down and apart, taking a breath in. And finally just pressing the chest forwards, opening out through the heart there, taking a deep breath in. And that's it. Interlock the hands there for a tiny little neck stretch, taking them both interlocked hands over to the right right hip. Inhale, lift and exhale, dropping that right ear down. So finding that lovely stretch, keep the chest up, opening through the left side, deep breath. And finally taking that to the side. So inhale, lift. Exhale, taking the hands over, dropping the left ear down, that left shoulder stretching out there for 3, 2, 1. And release. Give yourself a little shoulder roll, have a little shimmy out. And well done, team. Thank you all so much for joining. See you all soon. Have a lovely weekend. Great job, team. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
minutes.